The pro-equality Occupy movement is quickly gathering pace in Germany, with almost 20,000 people protesting right now in the capital Berlin and the country's financial heartland of Frankfurt. And more than 10,000 people have joined the demonstrations recently, seeking to draw attention to rampant corporate greed and the increasing poverty of the masses. The German Occupy movement has also made significant steps in legitimizing itself, having earned the support of two major political factions. Well, we can now talk to one of the organizers of the event, Jutta Sundermann of the Pro-Equality Attack Germany group, joining me live from Berlin. Thanks very much indeed. There you are in the heart of the protest there in Berlin, I see. Now, the Occupy movement is known as an organisation with a mixed message, something that's been highlighted by the media, and indeed, in fact, saying that the movement lacks in unity and cohesion. So what exactly are you protesting against today?
Yes, today it was a quite broad mixture of groups organizing these demonstrations. We said we want to disarm banks, we want to redistribute wealth, and we really have to fight for democracy, because during the last weeks we learned a lot that democracy is no longer at stake if the financial markets, if they demand the governments to act, and this acting means austerity programs that really destroy social infrastructure and that really kills, as the movements in southern Europe already say.
You say disarm banks, yet where were these protests when German banks were racking in fortunes by lending to economically underdeveloped Greeks and Italians during the Euro's heyday? I mean, why wasn't anyone objecting then?
We think it is needed to have protests and broad movements in all European countries. And we know that here in Germany is one of the countries that causes quite a lot of the trouble we have in Europe now, because of the way international competition is organized. Germany is very often on the winning side, but that means that we export also poverty and joblessness for people. And we learned during the last years that very, very soon taxpayers are forced to help to save the banks. We learned in 2008 what happened in such a very short time when billions of euros were given to the banks. And in this time, our German Chancellor, Ms. Merkel, she said that that will never have to happen again, that never again a bank should be so big to be able to blackmail whole societies and whole governments. But there was nothing really done in this direction. In reality, we still have the situation, the big banks are even bigger, and they earned a lot of money with the public debt of Greece. And now we want to have solutions that include democracy, that include solidarity, and that include a chance for the people really to develop a future.
Well, it's interesting, it's very noble and gracious of you to be concerned about other people in other countries, but of course Germany has been the economic powerhouse of Europe, and of course it's emerged relatively unscathed out of the recent economic mess. Do you really believe the German people are concerned about others and that they will be following your message?
It is not that easy as it is in some other countries. Of course, in some southern European countries, there are people, especially young people, who have no chance to get a job. That is not the case in Germany. But if you ask people here on the streets, they agree with the protests, they agree with the people of the Occupy movement that it is needed to go out, because everybody learns that democracy is in danger, that in our country too there is no perspective how to go on if this crisis is going on further, and it will.
How heartened are you by the fact that there is some political element now in Germany listening to your cause? Elsewhere it seems that the Occupy movement isn't being listened to at all. So do you really feel this could be the birth of a political movement now?
Yes, I think it is quite at the beginning. I myself am an activist and a founder of the German attack movement. We already work on these issues for now 11 years in Germany. The Occupy movement is very new and it is very mixed. There are people with a big variety of demands and ideas what to do, how to go on. But there is a first start of movement, and this is maybe a chance, and we hope that there will will be more of it. And today we had in the place behind me, there have been 8,000 people in the afternoon protesting and encircling here the German parliament and the government. And in the same time, we had more than 10,000 people in Frankfurt encircling all the banks. That means for me just a signal and a first step, but perhaps there will be more, and we will try to make it.
Jutta, thank you very much indeed for your time. Jutta Sundermann of the Pro-Equality Attack Germany group joining us live there in Berlin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, on our website, rt.com, you can find out how the Occupy Wall Street demonstration was turned into performance art. New York police detained 2 clowns, while nearby their accomplice dressed as a matador attempted to attract the beast's attention. Head online to see how this fight ended.